Can we say power?
Power.
Yes, and you already got a head start. Now, when we say a word, because we're vibrational beings, we're actually calling into vibration the thing that we desire. So when we say power, we got to like say it with some punch. Let's use that pop, pop, pop. All right, can we say power?
Power.
Guess what the word and affirmation of this month is? That's right, power. So what we're going to do is, with power and zest and love, we're going to welcome each other into the space. Can we do that? And what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that our heart space is much, much bigger than it is in this little cavity. It's huge, okay? And we're going to say this together, but first we're going to welcome ourselves, all right? We're going to welcome ourselves to this spiritual community, welcoming our hearts and our intention. And so if you can close your eyes and repeat after me, we're welcoming ourselves. I want you to say, welcome to unity. And place your hands over your heart if you so desire, where love is felt. Truth is taught.
Truth is taught.
Lives are transformed.
Transformed.
And I want y'all to say this like you mean it. And all is well.
And all is well.
With the cherry on top, as we express the Christ within.
As we express the Christ within.
And so it is.
Whew. Nice. Thank you. Take a look at me, I'm a wonder. It doesn't matter what you say now. I receive his glory. And I know who I am. Woo. We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show his excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show his excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what he says I am, where he says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what he says I am, where he says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm walking in miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm walking in miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. Oh, whoa, I know who I am. Oh, whoa, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show his excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show his excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what he says I am, where he says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what he says I am, where he says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm walking in miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm walking in miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. Oh, I know who I am. Whoa, I know who I am. Whoa, I know who I am. I am righteous. I am so rich. I am righteousness. I'm walking in power, walking in miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm walking in miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. Oh, I know who I am. Oh, I know who I am.
All right. Every time Toya sings, I imagine like a 15-piece band, right?
Yes.
So just know we have an affirmation at Unity that we are flourishing and growing, and this is evidence.
Let me see. And I want you to practice. Hit it, boys.
That's right. Okay, before
I'm gonna go up
we
here.
move forward, I want to make sure, does everybody have an 8? Booty was passing them out. All right, cool. Let's make sure you have it. All right, sweet. So for our opening prayer, we're actually going to do something together. And we already got a taste of it. We heard the word power. So we're going to set our intention for what we invite this month and what we carry into the rest of the year, which is power. And so these candles are symbols, and the flame is a symbol as well. And so as we light this candle, we acknowledge that we are in community with Unity churches all over this planet and spiritual traditions that are way past what we call like ageless wisdom. So we're tapping into that right now. Can we say we? We light this candle for power within each of us and within ourselves. Every time you hear the word power, I want you to say power with zest. Power is my ability to master, dominate, and control my senses, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Can we take a cleansing breath? I spiritually cleanse in the name of power, allowing no thoughts and feelings to things I cannot control. I use divine power, also called dominion, to master my thoughts and feelings and all my perceptions, beliefs, ideas, and actions based on divine ideas. The spiritual power of dominion is here now, raising me to the consciousness of divine power of God in me. And I am established in the mastery and dominion of spirit. Power. Power. Power is quickened and regenerated in me now. 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 And so it is. Thank you for that, Carla.
You're very welcome. Thank you for doing that.
Carla typed it up. That's our prayer for the month. I want to shift this briefly into a couple of announcements, and then we're going to keep this party going. So every other Sunday, here we have the prayer circle. And can you raise your hand? Yes. So Reverend Joe Betancourt and his sister were actually the origin of what we now have as our prayer circle. And so the prayer ministry is, I think, a really wonderful way to set our intention and to keep those vibrations of love happening, right? And so if you're interested in just coming into a circle of prayer as we hold that high vibration, you are welcome to stay after service right here, actually in the YOU room, right after service. So that's every other Sunday. And see Ann if you have any questions. The drumming circle is going to be postponed until June. See Althea if you have any further questions. That's Althea right there. What's up, Althea? And then finally, last announcement is the Interfaith Men's Group is happening May 9th, this Thursday, in the church boardroom from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. If you have any questions, please see Gerardo. The bulletin board has a wonderful flyer. Okay. Yes.
I was just wondering if you remember to tell people that's available.
Thank you so much, Shirley. So every time I do SSL, I'd be like, there's something I forgot. Okay, thank you, Shirley. So there is a really cool standing desk over here that's been here for months, and it is for whoever wants it, all right? First come, first serve, and those things are nice, all right? So if you happen to still find yourself in a virtual workspace or some kind of like, even if you're doing a service for the church, it is really nice to kind of stand and type, and so I'll help you take it to your car if you're interested. So yeah, that's here. So first come, first serve. It's a really nice investment that's gifted to us. Thank you, Shirley.
Does everyone know what a standing desk does?
If not, see Shirley if you have any questions. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Okay. And last but not least, I want to ask, do we have any first-time visitors here? Anybody here for the first time? All right, so we all family. So look around and say, what's up, y'all? Say, hey. Hey, family. Hey. I'm going to hug you after. And can we do something? Can we make a commitment? I'm not going to put y'all on the spot, but can we make a commitment to check on each other throughout the week? Can we do that? Right? There's a thing that happens when we see each other, and it's like, how you doing? And we got to do all this catching up, right? Just encourage us just to, let's see what happens. Phyllis put together a really nice directory. Let's just surprise each other with checking on each other. Can we do that? Can we do that? Right? If nobody's calling you, that means you got to call. My great-grandmom said, if you want friends, you got to be a friend. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, grandmom. Okay, so here we go. Our word of the day is joy. Can we hear and say together, I feel joyous as I celebrate life?
I feel joyous as I celebrate life.
Can we say joyous with some joy? I feel joyous as I celebrate life.
As I feel joy as I celebrate life.
That's right. Each new day is a treasure filled with life's gems found in even the most ordinary moments. Joy fills my heart when I pause to take notice of the wonder that surrounds me. I let my gaze linger as I watch the setting sun, or close my eyes as I savor the sweetness of fresh fruit. Beneath the night sky, I breathe deeply and partake of the fresh, clean air. The beauty of the world pales in comparison to the beauty within me. I am so deeply and wondrously blessed to know my oneness with God and with all that is. There is no greater joy. I wake and praise each new day and feel newly alive. I go out into the world to share the joy of being a child of God in the abundant universe. I spread light and love to everyone I meet, trusting they will know the joy of God as I do. That comes from Psalms 92:4. For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work, and the works of your hand I sing for joy. That affirmation again is, I feel joyous as I celebrate life. Can we say that? I feel joyous as I celebrate life.
Amen. I've got the power to make all my dreams come through. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I've got the power to be anything I want. I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me. Every day I'm wasting my time thinking that someone else is gonna do it all for me. I've got to get up, get out, get it, just get started. Take one step towards my destiny, and I'll define my direction with clear, good intention. Declare what will be, and then watch it come to me, 'cause I've got the power to be anything I want. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I've got the power to make all my dreams come through. I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me. There are days when I feel that I'm just no good. Days when I don't even wanna try. When I stop, look and listen and surrender, I hear a voice of truth I cannot deny. And it says, you know you can do it, just get down to it. Have faith in yourself and the will to see it true, 'cause I've got the power to make anything I want. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I've got the power to make all my dreams come through. I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me. In those times when I feel so frightened and it seems like I just can't go on, I've got to look deep inside, and that's where I find the power, the power, the power inside of me. Yeah, I've got the power deep inside of me. I've got the power inside of me. You've got the power inside of you. We've got the power inside of us. I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can y'all hear me okay? Yeah. Okay, good. Wow. My lesson is I am power, in case you didn't get that, what the lesson was going to be. And those of you who are relatively new to Unity, when Unity started off, they did not call these talks sermons. They called them lessons because they were a school. And so that's why, and we still do that. So the lesson is I am power. Let me give you a little review. Here it is, the 5th month, Cinco de Mayo, woohoo, right? Anybody going to celebrate? I might have a taco. So first of all, what we have in January, do y'all remember? Faith. Okay, I'm not going to put you on the spot. Then after that, we had the strength to keep the faith. Then after that, we had the wisdom to know the difference. And then after that, we had the love. That was last month. And, you know, we learned about the 2 ways that it can go. You be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. and all that. So that's why you need that wisdom to go. So all of these powers work together. It's not just one this month and that's it. So if you haven't realized it yet, the power of the color power is purple. And do you know how many shades of purple there are? Whoa, it's just amazing. So I think everybody wants to wear that power. It's also dominion, as RHT said, and so remember that part in Genesis where it said, and the humans would have dominion over the plants and the animals? That didn't mean stomping it down and putting, herbicide all over the place or anything like that. It meant taking care of the earth. It's our job to take care of Gaia. We do that. And so that's part of the dominion. We are this. It also means sovereignty. Sometimes I feel like a queen, or king, or yes. And it's humanity's attempt to establish dominion over nature. So sometimes we say, and I've heard people say this in public hearings, well, people are more important than the manatees, so things like that. And we go, what? We all need this balance. So you all didn't get me for World Day of Prayer. For the Earth Day, and so I'm throwing a little bit of that in there too. So there's a universal creative force that urges us forward in using our creative power. The power of our individual thought. That is where that power is. It's in our thoughts. I can do this. I've got this. I can make this work. Or I need help to make this work. It's valid. It's valid. Your thought, your consciousness determines how you feel. Consciousness goes to prepare a place for you. If you can't remember anything else from this lesson, just remember, consciousness goes to prepare a place for you. If your consciousness is, that's what it's preparing, because you are thinking it. You are thinking, oh, I'm just such a screw up. If you do, then what's going to happen? Constantly, over and over again. How you're treated by other people. They can read it in your vibes. You've got this vibration of it. You guys know that, don't you? I see people shaking their head. Yeah, I know this. You can say amen too if you want. Amen. Amen. The creative power of our individual thought. And of course, I'm going to remind you of the flip side of that in case you're into vinyl. The record on the song on the other side was not really as good as the one that you bought, and so they always had a flip side. Your thought consciousness determines how you feel, how you're treated, what happens, what you carry into relationships, what you carry from one job to another. Hey, I'm going to get into this other company. They're better. They've got better deals, better insurance, yada, yada. You come in and you say, this is, all of a sudden everything is happening the same way it did in the old one. You carry that consciousness with you. Don't feel bad about it. It's just that you be aware of it, Power helps us recognize truth, which has a vibration of its own, as you know. It does. And so my Indian teacher used to say, The truth is vibratory. You will know it when you hear it. And I would go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I need, being a scientist, I needed to have some backup, And finally, I had to let go of that completely, because the truth is vibratory. And that was one of my big lessons to learn. Power is the open door between the formless and the formed worlds. Power is the open door. Okay, so we're going to get into that a little bit more. You get to choose what you do with this power, your power cord. I was thinking of bringing in a big extension cord and putting it around my waist. But then I was thinking, well, I don't really know where the plugs are, and here they are. Here's one right here. I could have done it. So, but anyway, what are you plugged into? Sometimes we let circumstances dictate our thoughts. Look at the world, what's happening now, all that. But, do you like that commercial, the butt call? Have you ever seen it on, well, never mind. But we can take dominion. We can take dominion of those thoughts. And by mastering what we do with them, we have an observer self. Everybody has an observer self that can and will and does monitor our thoughts. Do you ever find yourself thinking something over and over again? Eckhart Tolle says 99.9% of the thoughts are worthless that we have. He says the only time he really spends any time in thought is when he has to make airline reservations or, things like that, because planning, in other words, and planning. So we can pause when we're anxious and agitated, because that little observer will tell us, and observe the nature of our thoughts. This week, preparing this, see, I always get the lesson hard sometimes, and there it is, anxious or agitated. What is that doing to my consciousness? Whoa, I don't want to invite more agitation in, no way. We can unplug our power cord from the problem and plug it into a spiritual solution instead. This old adage, but it comes in handy sometimes to get me to change my thoughts. With God, all things are possible. But Carla, with God, all things are possible when I'm thinking I'm never going to get through this. Your thoughts, consciousness, your perceptions of things. Earlier I was talking to someone who says, you forgive right when it's happening to you. You forgive. And then you don't carry that perception around with you all day long, because it's preparing that place for you to be, ain't it awful, So you have to be careful as to what you plug your power into. I like that Willie Nelson song, On the Road Again, because when you're on the road, you've got these lines in the middle, and you've got the line over here, and then a ditch, right? And so you want to keep it on the road. And so when I hear that little song in my head, I go, yeah, right. Let go of that thought. Let go of that thought. It's not going to rule me. I have the power to rule my thoughts. Anybody ever play the blame game? It's their fault. That's another one. That's another perceptive things to let go. Or, why does that always happen to me? Victim. Oh, man. Yeah, we do it. We all do it. Let go of it when you hear it. When you hear it come up, feel it come up. I wrote this, But it's kind of funny now. People run around dangling their power cords behind them. I just looked at it and I'm going, what? Anyway, plugging them in here and there and everywhere except the true source that is and all around us. The true source is all around us. Divine power is that creative energy that fuels the whole system. It's creative energy, divine power. Earlier this week, Toya and I talked about the power of the word and how that affects our whole perception and what we say. And I know that RHT has preached on this, and I have preached on this. Be careful about your thoughts. You know, when you stand, and then if you put voice to it, what are you doing? Where is the center? Does anybody know where your power center is? Right here. Right here in the voice box. So what you're saying is transmitting all of this energy to the whole body. So if you say, I am sick and tired of this, what's going to happen? Because it's the creative center. It's the power. It's the power to kickstart all these other powers that you have. The throat gives voice to the thoughts. The power has the voice to kickstart all the others. All the rest of the 11. I think there's another one. I'm gonna write to them and ask for one more power. It's like a battery pack. Power is that you're carrying around. It energizes us to put our faith in action. It's a spiritual power, so it's not going to be focused on a lot of the mundane, but it can be. I want to say a few words about something I hear a lot lately. I gave away my power. Oh no, I gave away my power. And I could almost scream. You cannot give away your power. You just aren't using it. You know, it's always there. Your voice box is always here. You're just not using it. You allow your perceptions to rule the day rather than the reality of the divine. Your perceptions. I perceive that these cars out there are going too fast. Isn't that awful? You know, I'm looking out. But you know, that's not going to fly. You can't lose your power. It's always there. You just have to use it. You have to say, I am power. So usually what we do when we are in the throes or the influence of ain't it awful, we take a holy idea because we're good at that. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if we did this or that, you know? You take this holy idea and you put it in between two slices of fear. And you try to eat that sandwich. You know? That's when your power is not being used properly. Make a fear sandwich. Fear of making a mistake, of being wrong, not being smart enough, pretty enough, thin enough, rich enough. What else? Not being loved enough, not being educated enough. How much is enough? How much is enough? Fear is dominant in all of this. So We are this, and this binds us to our thoughts, that fear. Do you have the fear of not being able to speak up and speak your truth? Has that ever happened to you? I don't know what to say. Maybe I better just keep peace. You know, don't make waves, that kind of thing. What is going on here then? I used to have a situation with my throat and through here, and this years ago, and I went to a natural practitioner doctor, who said, "You're not speaking your truth. You got to learn to speak your truth. Let it out." So I started letting it out, and all that pain and stuff went away. All the coughing and all that. Power feeds the fires of our creative genius. So this is how important this power is. And I want to give you a little exercise today. Like, this is what happens when you get a licensed Unity teacher as your speaker, because we're going to give you a little, thing to do, maybe some homework. Who knows? So, but it all depends, and remember this, it all depends on what we plug our power cord into. We have to ground our cord. Isn't your house grounded? There's some kind of wire that goes down into the ground. I used to know what that was called. We have to ground our cord in the divine. It's our spiritual source, is what we do. And then invite divine ideas to come to you. Accept nothing more and nothing less than divine ideas. And so what your power can create is limitless. I don't know what's happening today, but because we're talking about power, my tongue just doesn't want to say the words right. But so I want to look at this more deeply. Did you all get a little number 8? Okay. Wasn't that cool? I made it myself on the computer, on my computer. So I just want to take you through. Oh, this isn't going to work. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just take one page out. Okay. And see if that'll stand up. So pull that out that they gave you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I love working with Ryan. Yes. So make it in front of you, up and down like that, because some people think this is an infinity sign and it's not. I want it to be this way, and I've got a smaller blurb here and a larger one here, and one is going. And get out a pencil. You can pull a pencil. You can write on this, and one of these is the past, and one of these is the future. Can everybody see it? Do you want me to move this? No. Do you want me to move it? Yeah. No. Can you see it? Okay. So if you are thinking, just check it out. Do you think more in the past or the future? And whichever one you think more in, put like if you're always thinking about the past, put past here, write past, and up here, write future. This won't take long, okay? But if you are really worried and anxious about the future, then you would write future where the bigger bulb is, you see. And if you're not so interested in thinking about the past, then it would be on the top, okay? So who does most of the people Where do you put the past? Where do you put the past most? On the top? Top there? And you put the future down here? So you're thinking about the future a lot more than you are the past. Okay, good. So, not good. I'm just saying good. You found it. You found where your thoughts in the past, thoughts in the future. These are your consciousness. This is where your consciousness goes. So if you're more in the future, in your consciousness, you're going to be thinking about the future a lot, and maybe having anxiety about it. What's going to happen? You know, what am I going to do if this happens, and all that.
Where is the present?
Say.
Where is the present in this?
Pardon me?
Where is the present moment?
Just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Yeah. So y'all are ahead of me. So the thing is that does the past exist right now? Does it? Does the future exist right now? Well, why don't we just cross these out? Okay? So, the only thing that exists is this part right here. And that's where your power is. That's where the power is. The power is neither in the past, nor is it in the future. It is now. It is the now. It is all there is. It is the most powerful. Being in the now, you are in the most powerful position in your entire life. Healers know this, right? You're not in the past, you're not in the future. Your mind is clear on spirit. The lame will walk and the blind will see from this vibration that you have. We tune in when we align to the no time higher vibration. I'm going to do this. The no time. This is like the no time in here. We tune in when we align to that. Have you ever had a no time experience? Okay. Have you had an epiphany where you just knew something without anybody telling you? Yes. Yeah. Didn't read it in a book? The only thing that exists in this moment is vibration. It's just the vibration. It's energy. All is energy. And when you enter into that present moment, you are changing the past and the future. You can say to yourself, I can see that I see in a new way. Looking out through your glasses, I see in a new way. Quantum physicists are into this now. And they say what you put in this field lives in this field, so be responsible. If nothing else, when you're having all these thoughts of worry and confusion and all that, take a breath, stop, and let it go. Be responsible. You don't want to put that out because it's going everywhere. There's an experiment that was done by these scientists, and just suffice it to say, they had atomic clocks, and they were people who had similar DNA. They were from a family, brother and sister, sister and sister. I don't know what that was, but anyway, they sent one to Indiana and one to New York, and they sent out this signal, and they both started laughing at the same time because they had them hooked up to atomic clocks. And it was, they told a joke, and both of them laughed at the same time without hearing the joke. They just thought it was funny. And so, proof of this, I was working on this, and yesterday I got this book delivered on my front porch. And I was like, and it's the most beautiful book I have ever seen. It's got gold pages, it's about this big, and it's the encyclopedia of herbal healing plants. And so I thought, who sent me this? My birthday was last month, and so I was like, who sent me this? And then I couldn't figure it out. Finally, I discovered that it was my son and daughter-in-law in LA. And so I called them. I said, listen, thank you for this. This is amazing, shiny pages and glossy pages on this gorgeous book. And I said, he said, I said, I was thinking about, getting into this. He said, I know. He said, we had already ordered the books, and evidently 2 more are coming, so it's going to be a box set. And he said, we ordered the books, and then we talked to you, and you said that you wanted to get into herbal healing. And I said to him, I said, I'm glad you felt that. And he said, of course, Mom. Don't you know about the quantum, people with the same DNA are going to be thinking alike, even if they're separated by, a couple thousand miles. So I was just like, wow, I'm so glad that you're doing this too. But so this is what happened. So he changed the present moment, didn't he? With power. With power. You, as creator, hold this power. You're never as powerful as you are right now, this moment. This moment. No past, no future. No past, no future, whatever's on top. In this moment, I am the most powerful manifester of abundance right now. Can you say that with me? In this moment, I am the most powerful manifester of abundance right now. Take a breath on that. And let us seal it with the joy of gratitude. And just allow yourself to feel that joy of gratitude. Okay? Wow. I am the most powerful manifester of abundance right now. And so it is. And this is the end of the lesson. And we will slide into meditation right now, so prepare yourselves. Be comfortable. Get into that sweet spot right there in the middle of the figure 8. Just get into that sweet spot. Breathe, breathing. Relaxing. I create my spiritual reality right now. Allow my words to be those of your own heart. I am the creator of my spiritual reality right now in this very moment. What I hold in my thoughts affects what I manifest. The physical reality that is around me is a function of my beliefs, and I take responsibility for this. I am responsible. I will know when I need it what I have to believe to be true in order to manifest the best for my family, my career, my relationships, and my health. What I give meaning to clouds my thinking. Abundance is a vibration that I am a powerful manifester. Whatever I spiritually need will come to me, has come to me, is here now. Because I know that the universe doesn't make what it cannot support. And so I know that the One is here to support my good. As I rest for a few moments in the silence. I rest in the power of the All One, and my creative energy is renewed. As Spirit in me enlightens my mind, arouses my heart to say what needs to be said and to what needs to be done for my highest good. In gratitude and joy and thanksgiving. And so it is, and so I let it be. Amen.
Thank you so much, Carla, for that.
You're welcome.
as we welcome ourselves back to this space, we're going to continue our participation. So we had a chance to write and acknowledge and reset. We're going to continue that by our gifts, our financial gifts, our spiritual gifts, our time gifts. And we're going to take those gifts and we're going to bless them. This is our way to participate, knowing that as much air as there is, so is our abundance. So together, let's say, divine love expressed in me, through me, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Thank you. This is another beautiful one by Karen Drucker. It's called the Receiving Chant. Sing along if you know that one as well. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. That's all we're going to be repeating. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. One more time. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. I believe I will receive. I just have to know and then with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine. Perfect health, it is mine. Perfect health, it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine. It is mine.
Say a prayer over the offering.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, and so let us bless these offerings as the children are coming in, and we are grateful for the abundance that is ours to share with this community of Gainesville and for our mission and our ministry, and so it is. Amen.
All right, Miss Gwen, bring in the kiddos.
Yep.
This little light of mine I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
And 7 just woke up. She was the best kid in Sunday school. This was her first day of joining us in Sunday school. And I took a picture. I'll send you later. And Allie and Blake are joining us from Brownsville again today. But I want to ask a favor. Today's very special for Allie. Can we sing happy birthday to her? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Allie. Happy birthday to you.
Woo.
She's 7 years old today and going out for tacos. Perfect on Cinco de Mayo Day, right? And today we had the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000. And we found out that we are the hands and feet of God. And we are taking our loaves of bread and our fishes home in a bag to share with our family, just like Jesus did with his 2 baskets with only 2 fish and 3 loaves of bread. And so we had a fun time today.
Thank you, Miss Gwen. So we can rub our hands together and bless the children that are here, of the world, nieces, nephews, grandkids, all over the planet. We say together, children, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you.
And we see Christ's presence within you.
We love you.
We love you. We really, really love you.
All right, let's circle up.
All right. Circle the wagons. Hi. Hi, baby girl. Nana, what do you have? What do you have? Wow. Are they good? It tastes good? Thank you so much. Oh, these are your grands. Oh, they're beautiful.
All right, let's wrap
Okay.
around.
Let's just,
Okay, we'll go on this then.
oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going too far. We've gone too far. Oh. Here we go.
Are we ready?
Yep.
After 3, 1, 2, 3. Let
There be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Woo! Have a great week.